Hey everybody, this week we have got for you the fine folks over at Dungeons and Drimbus. This is the first episode of their 4th season, Yes, Chef, which is a mix of John Wick and Hell's Kitchen, which follows contestants on a reality show as they compete to be the new sous chef for Pandora's Oven, a hotly coveted position at a new restaurant. Dungeons and Drimbus comes out every Friday, and I also know that they have got a story arc of Eat the Reich, which I am very excited about. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you would like to hear more of Dungeons and Drimbus, you can check out the link in the show notes.
While the world waits with bated breath for the premiere of Chef Butch Orson's hot new restaurant, Pandora's Oven, 4 hungry aspirants have gathered to vie for the position of Orson's sous chef. With a once-in-a-lifetime mentorship and a substantial $250,000 salary at stake, the heat in the kitchen is turning up very quickly.
I'm Chef Butch Orson, and this is Pandora's Oven.
First up, Kilana Golds, a 23-year-old line cook from New Orleans with a love of cooking.
Hi, my name is Kilana Golds. I am 23 years old, and I've been cooking for a really long time now. There wasn't a lot on the prompt, so.
Charlie Twinkerton, a 23-year-old Southern cooking enthusiast from Georgia.
Oh, well, hello there. My name's Charlie Twinkerton, and it is a pleasure to be on your screens, coming to you live. What? Wait, are we live? I can never tell.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Coming to you pre-recorded from an undisclosed location.
Shef, an 18-year-old sous chef from Paris, Texas.
Howdy. Chef's name is Shef. Chef really likes to cook a lot. Chef's been working real hard for this moment, and Chef's been practicing a lot for all the things they say in the kitchen. So I'm going to give you a little sample, all right? Corner! So Chef is excited for this opportunity.
And Heather Morelli, a 24-year-old chef from New Jersey who's grown up near the restaurant industry and is looking for a kitchen to make her own.
Hi, I'm Heather. I come from a big family. You know, my mom was cooking in the kitchen while holding me on her hip as a baby, so I think I got this in the bag.
We cut to the inside of Pandora's Oven. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Pandora's Oven. I am Giancarlo, Chef Orson's maitre d'. It is almost time for you all to meet Chef, but your first challenge has already begun. Behind you is a fully stocked kitchen. At the end of today, one of you will have earned the right to run said kitchen alongside Chef Orson. But right now, Chef has requested each of you cook a signature dish, by which he will get to know you. You have 45 minutes, starting now.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's right out of the races here, right out of the gate. My goodness. All right.
Behind.
What does that... Behind? What about my behind? What are you talking about? Is there something on it?
No, she's behind you. She's going behind you.
I asked the camera crew before I came out here if there was something...
She's already gone. Just, okay.
That means move.
Oh, I see.
Does anyone have the salt? Where's the fucking salt?
Right, it's in front of you. It's in front of you.
Thank you.
What are we supposed to be making here? What do we do? Are there instructions?
The instructions were to complete a signature dish, a dish that you love to make that shows who you are as a person.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna make a real nice, good banana pudding then.
Okay, are you gonna cook it or are you gonna keep talking? Oh my god.
As the chefs hurry to prepare their signature dishes, Pandora's Oven has its own surprises in store. Heather,
Yes.
give me a roll for your dish.
I am making a scallop risotto, and this is something... Oh no, that's not a good sign. And I rolled a 5 on my scallop risotto.
Okay, plus your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a mixed success. So here's what's going to happen. You are cooking your scallop risotto. You get the risotto going, you're stirring, and you are beginning to sear the scallops. You're getting nice color on them. And as you get that nice color, Charlie, you begin to smell this this rancid smell wafting from Heather's direction. This kind of fishy, nasty smell.
Oh my goodness gracious, what the heck is going on over there? Heather, what is that rancid, fishy smell?
What the fuck is your problem?
Do you need some assistance? I could help you.
Do I smell it?
Heather, as Charlie has pointed it out, you were not aware of it before, but yes, you do catch that the scallops seem to be a little too slimy and perhaps a little past their best by date.
Fuck! Are you kidding me? All right, I gotta pivot here.
Fully stocked kitchen my ass.
I would like to use my ability to craft dishes using half the ingredients. So I'm gonna scrap the scallops and I'm going lobster instead.
Okay, give me another roll for that dish.
Okay. That is a 12, not natural.
Okay, so with that 12, you get cooking. The lobster has a beautiful, perfect smell, and there's no signs of fishiness for the foreseeable future.
Oh, thank God.
You hear at one point, Giancarlo comes through the kitchen and goes, 35 minutes remaining. However, at this point, Kilana, what are you cooking for us today?
I'm cooking a standard crab Cajun boil.
Ooh.
It'll be more presentable than usual plastic baggage sort of delivery. It's a fan favorite that I used to make with my dad and his business partner.
As you are seasoning and adding things to the boil, you're getting everything ready to go. Everything is looking beautiful, and the maitre d', Giancarlo, comes up and taps you on the shoulder, and he says, pardon me, but is a boil not supposed to be boiling?
What? Is it not boiling? And
you look, and the stove is off.
And you just see Kilana's eyes go incredibly wide, but she's absolutely silent. Luckily, all the spices, everything else is ready to go. It's just the fact that the corn, the potatoes, the sausage, and the crab is literally not boiling. So she's going to very calmly but quickly her hand just shoots to it and turns it on high heat.
Okay, you turn it on high heat, and you could swear you hear a little chuckle somewhere in the kitchen, very ominously. 25 minutes remaining. Everyone get it together.
Oh gosh, oh my. 25 minutes, that's not a lot of time.
Kilana, please give me another roll for your dish, this time with bad luck.
9, and I think I'll just stick with the 9.
9 is a full success as you turn the heat up and you see the crab boil begin to boil, actually. And you pray that your potatoes will become nice and tender in time. Charlie, what are you working on?
Oh, well, hello there. And the camera comes closer to his face and he's, hi. I'm working today for my signature dish on a pulled pork topped macaroni and cheese, a southern classic. Well, at least it is in my home anyway.
Give me a roll first for your dish.
Makes it a 6, and then my expertise knowledge of southern cooking brings it to a 7.
Okay, that is a mixed success. So you also catch wind of the that seems to be reverberating through the kitchen. And as you turn, you suddenly are the first to catch. On top of one of the kitchen counters is a man dressed in all black in a ninja suit who has just released a small roach that is making its way towards your macaroni and cheese.
No! I do declare, and I'm gonna grab my chef's knife and I am going to swipe at the cockroach.
Okay, give me a body roll to try and take the cockroach out.
That body roll is a 3.
Okay, so with that failure, you swipe at the cockroach. Instead, you almost hit the man in all black's hand as the cockroach scurries up.
Good, releasing cockroaches on a challenge in a kitchen? How dare he?
Giancarlo comes running up and he says, my goodness, Charlie, what is going... Stealth Inspector, what are you doing here?
No!
Oh my god.
Stealth Inspector, get out of here! And he grabs a rolling pin and begins to smack him on the behind.
He should spray him out like.
Oh yeah.
Spray him with a water bottle.
He grabs a water bottle, sprays him, and you see the stealth inspector like leaps up to one of the vents and crawls in, and he goes, "Apologies, we are dealing with him."
Does that happen often? Is he a contestant? I'm confused.
In a manner of speaking, perhaps.
But what manor? Does he live in a manor? I'm confused.
15 minutes remaining, everyone. Keep it together.
15 minutes. Oh, well, fuck off.
Okay, never mind. Forget it.
Don't have time for these kind of bullshit questions. And golly.
Did somebody get the cockroach, or is it still running around?
And Charlie, as you turn around, you see the tail end of the cockroach burrowing into your mac and cheese.
Oh, golly. I'll grab the pot of mac and cheese, and I'm gonna grab it. Is there a dumpster nearby or some sort of exit out of the kitchen?
There are several trash cans throughout.
I'm just gonna run over there, and I'm not even gonna bother to try to scoop it out. I'm just placing the whole pot right in there, and I'm slamming the lid shut, and I'm running back to my station where I'm gonna restart my mac and cheese.
Okay, give me another roll, this time with bad luck.
Oh, excuse me, Chef.
Oh, that roll came out to an 11. Yes, what, Kilana, what?
Sorry, I just had these extra.
He's been furiously grating cheese, and he almost doesn't recognize that he's almost down to his hand and nearly starts to shave his skin into the pile of shredded cheese.
Oh, that's not okay. And
yes,
Kilana's gonna grab
how
your
can
hand.
what can I do?
No, sorry. I happen to have these extra bowls of cheese. Also, if you ever need just for extra, just spray some cooking spray on the grater, and it'll help from getting cheese stuck inside. That's all, Chef. Sorry. And Kilana's gonna go back to her station.
Oh, my goodness, thank you. I had not heard that before. Coming from Georgia as just a lowly little home cook, home chef, I had no idea. Thank you.
Nope, my pleasure. Thank you, Chef.
My pleasure, Chef.
And we cut to Chef with an S. Chef, what are you cooking?
Chef is making a signature dish from Chef's hometown of Paris. It's banana pudding. We can't live without banana pudding, I'll tell you what.
Okay. Give me a mind roll for your banana pudding.
Chef got a 2.
Okay, that is a failure. However, Chef, you are just plugging away in the corner. The stealth inspector has not bothered you. Everyone else is kind of like up in it with everyone. You've been doing your own thing. The maitre d' comes up and says, hello, Chef, how is your dish?
Howdy. Chef's dish here is going pretty swell. Chef doesn't know if you've had banana pudding before, but Chef thinks y'all are gonna like it a lot. Thank you, Chef. Thanks all of you.
Giancarlo looks down into the pot and he goes, it looks delicious. And then kind of like scurries away.
Aw, shucks. The Chef thanks you.
And he goes, all right, everyone, 5 minutes, get plating, quickly, let's go, get your dishes to the pass.
Chef wants to do something to his dish.
What do you want to do to your dish?
Chef has an expertise in banana pudding dishes here, and Chef, fuck, I caught it. Chef is going to make this smell and taste exceptional. All right, and the rules here, this is the illusion thing. It says create a mid-size illusion or disguise the effects up to 2 senses. Mm-hmm. So Chef is going to affect the senses of taste and smell to make this dish spectacular.
Okay, so let's call this a roll to garnish. You're trying to make this so fragrant and delicious.
Chef's gonna garnish this real good. Yeah.
So, Chef, give me a will roll, as this is a moment of extreme culinary artistry, and please expend one of your charges.
Chef got a natural 12.
Okay, so we're gonna count that as having corrected your failure to a full success on your dish at the last moment. As you're finishing up the garnish, everyone else, you are plating your dishes, you are wiping, you are presenting to make sure everything looks perfect. You hear, time's up, stop cooking.
Of course, I'm done. My hands are up. Don't worry about it.
Chef is done, Chef.
Heather steps back and wipes her forehead and just is trying not to look flustered.
With their time up, it's time for the cooks to meet Chef Orson.
Oh my! I have to say I'm really nervous. I've never met a celebrity in person before.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I wonder what he's gonna be like in person. I've always dreamed about it. I've thought about it every night since I was, oh gosh, as long as I can remember.
Oh, Charlie. I don't think that's something that you should share to Chef.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Thinking
he might be flustered and embarrassed.
I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying I was doing something untoward in the evenings. I would never sully Butch Orson in that manner. How dare you suggest the mere idea of it?
What is your problem? I'm just trying to help you here. If you want to embarrass yourself, then go right ahead. Tell him you dream about him at night.
Charlie's going to turn to one of the producers in the background. Was that good? Was that bringing more drama?
You see a thumbs up.
I'm a big reality TV fan, and I thought that might do something well with the cameras.
Yeah, they thumbs up, and they kind of give you a, keep going if you want hand signal.
Kilana's standing between you two and just looking back and forth with her eyes, but she is absolutely silent. She refuses.
First you're commenting on my behind in the round, and now you are suggesting something untoward. I cannot believe you, Heather.
Kilana, you are the first to notice the silhouette of a man in a chef's jacket behind a frosted glass door up on the second floor, apparently waiting for his cue to exit the door.
Kilana's just gonna quietly just put her hand over Charlie's mouth, as in just shush, just don't, and just shush.
Speaking of embarrassing ourselves, do you think Chef will accept a hug from Chef? Chef has always looked up to Chef, and Chef wants to give Chef a big hug.
Kilana will then slowly put her other hand over Chef's mouth as well.
The producer looks at Chef with an S and with just the most evil, devilish grin nods to encourage trying to give Chef a hug.
Oh, okay.
And with that,
You see the silhouette from behind the glass slowly lower into the ground, and then a hole in front of all of you opens up, and a man with his arms folded slowly rises from the ground. You see this tall, thin, but muscular 6'3",
Jesus.
as a military crew-cut man. He's got this stern yet soft look, piercing blue eyes.
Oh
And
my.
he says, "Good morning, and welcome to Pandora's Oven."
Seeing Chef Orson for the first time, I feel elated. I have risen to the 7th level of heaven. I have been presented to the angels. I hear cherubs singing in the distance. A harpist is in the corner. My knees are going knick-knack, knick-knack, knick-knock, knick-knock. Oh, I could not believe such a heavenly being exists on this earth. So much chaos and terrible in the world, and then, when you look upon that face, everything wrong feels right.
wow.
Oh my god.
Chef Orson points at Kilana, and he goes, "You, bring your dish up."
He's pointing at her. He's pointing at you. Oh my God.
She's been chosen. She's been chosen.
Are they saying this out loud? Or is this in your head? To have Chef Orson ask me to present my dish, especially first, my heart is in my throat or in my ass, and I can't tell. But it's definitely a feeling, a pressure I have never felt before. And also, I literally cannot look him in the eyes. They are so blue. They're like, and the confessional just cuts.
They're like 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
They're like Godzilla's beam.
They're like lasers. When you can't look someone in the eyes because their eyes are just so piercing, it's like, Jesus Christ. It's not even, it's not good or bad. It's just I don't know if I want to be here alive. Anyway, Kilana's going to present her dish. She's going to walk forward and place it on, I suppose, a table that is in front of him, and just place it there with a fork next to it.
Name and describe your dish, please.
This is Ray's crab hot tub. It is a standard.
Your name?
No, my name. Kilana Golds. My name is Kilana Golds.
No, now you're crab hot tub.
She gets chosen and he calls her crab hot tub the whole season.
Kilana has never sweat before in her life. She's drenched. There's a bead of sweat just running down her face. She's and as she uncovers the dish, it literally looks like it's a low cut bowl that's placed on top of another plate, but in the bowl is maybe halfway full with this broth. It's a Cajun broth, and it has the crab soaking in it, so it literally looks like a little crab is taking a dip in a hot tub. And then on the plate itself, you have halves of corn and potatoes cut into fours, one going after the other. And then 2 little mini spice bowls on the side for if he wants to add a spicier kick. Kilana, I like my food, my crab boils spicier. I'm from New Orleans, and that's just how we do it. So if you wanted that option, it is there for you, Chef.
Kilana, please give me your final roll as you present your dish to Chef.
I would love to add my knowledge in seafood, and that is a +1, so that would be a 13.
Wow. Okay, that's about as successful as you can get. Chef Orson.
Chef is going to take a fork, stab into the crab, and pull it out onto the plate. And then he's going to take his chef knife to open up the crab. You can get a good look at the meat, cooked to perfection. Texture is smooth. Presentation is adequate, creative. Please remove your dish.
Thank you, Chef.
He has never taken a bite the whole time.
That's fine. Okay, that's fair. That's totally okay. Kilana is just she turns around, and as she's not looking at Chef anymore, she looks at the other chefs, and her eyes are just wide, and she finally lets out the breath she has been holding the whole time.
Yeah.
Chef is very supportive of other chefs in the kitchen, and Chef is not here to wish bad upon others. Therefore, Chef is very pleased at how my chef's co-contestant here, how their dish turned out.
Now, Chef Orson is going to point at Chef.
I have been chosen. Chef has been chosen. Damn it.
Bring your dish, please.
I mean, as far as confidence goes, I'm looking around at these other dishes, and I just feel like a lot of this is pretty amateur, really. I think that mine looks spectacular. I mean, it looks like you just went to a restaurant and ordered it, so I'm feeling like I got this in the bag. I'm feeling pretty good.
Name and describe your dish, please.
Chef is my name. Chef is Chef's name. Chef made you a wonderful banana pudding where Chef comes from Paris, where all the best chefs come from. Chef always says dessert is the best first dish. Chef, may Chef tell you a quick secret that Chef's been wanting to tell you? Chef?
Let's hear it.
Chef is Chef's biggest fan. Chef, thank you, Chef.
Well, see about that, I don't know. I think I'm the biggest fan. I say under my breath.
Shh.
All right, eat your pudding, good looking.
Chef Orson looks down and he sees a chocolate pudding with a banana sticking out of it.
Chef, you are clearly losing points on presentation as whatever happened in the kitchen happened, but you know that you have that ace up your sleeve with that powerful garnish you gave it. So please roll mind for your dish, add any expertises, and you're going to get a +1 for your success in the kitchen.
Okay. 10.
Okay. Aroma is delectable. Texture is adequate. The problem is, it's chocolate pudding with a banana cologne.
Ta-da!
Say ta-da.
I didn't know we had a celebrity in the kitchen. But Chef Boyardee, I think you should stick to ravioli. And he sends it back.
Yes, Chef. Yes, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
Oh my, the library was certainly open. I couldn't believe him saying something like that to someone in person. I am shaking in my boots.
Yeah, remember when I said my heart was in my ass? It's fully in the toilet now. It's gone.
Chef Orson will now point at Heather. You, bring your dish, please.
Yes, Chef. And Heather will confidently bring her dish up.
Name and describe your dish, please.
My name is Heather Morelli, and this is a lobster risotto with the classic Italian seasoning. And I have positioned the lobster in such a way to create a tower on top, Chef.
A tower on top.
A lobster tower, yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Give me your final roll for your dish.
That is a 10.
Another full success.
So Chef Orson will take the lobster risotto and he's going to, with a fork and his chef knife, cut out a perfectly inch by inch cube of lobster risotto. And then he's going to dissect it and he's going to say, these flavors are working well together. The texture is smooth, but not so smooth. The presentation is acceptable.
Thank you, Chef.
Creativity is lacking,
Yes, Chef.
but you did adhere to the culinary principles. Please take your dish back.
Yes, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
Again, never putting it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And Heather will walk back.
So far, we have 2 adequate dishes. 1 subpar dish. One of you is leaving Pandora's oven in a moment. He points at Charlie. Let's hope you have something good.
Yes, Chef, I think I do. I'm shaking all over. My hands are trembling. I have never been so nervous in all of my life. Knowing that this has put everything on the line. My signature dish. This should be something that I'm comfortable with, but I just don't know. He's a hard man to please. But oh, if you please him well. Fantastic.
Jesus.
And I'm going to take a deep breath to center myself. I grab my dish of pulled pork mac and cheese, and I am going to glide over to Chef Orson. Hello, Chef. This is my pulled pork mac and cheese, a Southern Comfort classic, at least where I come from. You'll notice that the pulled pork has been nicely seasoned with a little barbecue sauce that I brought from home, a little bit of Georgia here for you. And of course, the mac and cheese has been made with a nice roux to start, turned into a bechamel, and then added some marvelous different types of cheeses like Gouda, cheddar, a nice smoked cheddar to get that flavor and really deepen it down. I hope you enjoy.
Right. And who are you?
Oh, my name is Charlie Twinkerton, and I know Chef said that he was your number 1 fan, but truly, I would say that it has to be me. I've followed your career for a long time. It's such a pleasure to be standing here before you. I can't tell you. It's just so gosh darn exciting.
Chef Orson will lean over and take a deep nasal inhale to get the aroma.
And as Orson leans forward, so does Charlie, just to try to get a smell of Orson just off his neck.
And he, if you do not avert his gaze, he will look into your eyes with that stern yet soft look.
I don't break eye contact. I just kind of lean in.
Can Chef make a quick roll before a judgment is made? Can Chef do a quick roll? Chef here has an ability, strong-willed, and may expend a charge to make another creature's roll unlucky.
I would allow you to narrate it as a flashback with how you sabotaged.
Oh, shit.
You will have to roll to see if it works, and you have to do a confessional.
Oh boy, okay. Chef is Chef's number 1 fan, and Chef doesn't want to take any risks of Chef possibly going home now, so Chef just had to do this. The Chef felt so bad for it, but in times of emergency, Chef's got to do what a chef's got to do to make the best possible dishes alive. So Chef went ahead and sabotaged another chef's dish. I'm ashamed for this, but it had to be done. I went ahead and took a big old spit into Chef's food, and that's what happened.
Oh, fuck. Okay, roll will to see if your spit was rancid enough to even come through and give bad luck on the dish.
God!
Not a loogie.
That's an 11.
With Charlie's dish unknowingly sabotaged, it is up to Chef Orson's palate to catch Chef's deception. I don't know. In 12 seasons of Pandora's Oven, we've never seen anything like this. Charlie, roll for your dish. You're going to add your mind and any applicable expertise. You're going to subtract 1 for the setback in the kitchen, and then you're going to roll with bad luck because of the sabotage.
I'm gonna expend a focus to re-roll my main roll.
Yes.
I'm gonna expend yet another focus because it was worse this time around too. There we go. That's a natural 12.
Beautiful.
-1 from the previous failures. It makes it an 11, but then the mind score brings it up by 2 to a 13.
Okay.
My knowledge of Southern cooking brings it to a 14.
Okay.
And I would like to think that my presentation was rather seductive. Would you say it was seductive by keeping eye contact? Can I get a +1 with my seduction expertise?
Oh my god.
Because my mother always used to say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Okay. You've got a 14 right now. Give me a will roll to see if you charmed Chef Orson, and if it succeeds, then you can remove the bad luck.
That was a 2, so no dice.
Okay, no, so you're stuck with the bad luck. You tried, but...
The bad luck was a 2, so from the 14 it comes down to a 12.
Still a full success.
Oh my god.
All right, Chef.
Chef Orson has been looking to your eyes, got a big nostril full of the aroma of your pulled pork mac and cheese.
You get the biggest nostril fill you ever need right here with me.
Excellent choice of flavoring.
Thank you, Chef.
The texture is well done.
Thank you, Chef.
As in, well done on the outside, and he stabs his knife through the edge of your pulled pork mac and cheese, and it is crunchy, crispy, overcooked. However, presentation is good. The pulled pork is acceptable. Except for, and he pulls out his knife and does another cubic inch cut and pulls out exactly where the spit fermented and ambered Chef's spit in the mac and cheese pulled pork. The cubic inch, he pulls it out onto the table. Except for this. You would serve me human spit.
What?
Oh no, what is that? Oh no.
I would never try to intentionally serve you human spit. How on earth could that have gotten in there? I have absolutely no idea. Chef, my sincerest apologies.
The audacity.
I know you were sabotaged by Chef,
What?
So wouldn't it?
but it is your job to make sure your food is untainted. Please return to your spot.
Yes, Chef. I grab my dish. I turn around, and as I do, the look that I give Chef would wither the spring flowers of Mississauga, Mississippi. I am telling you that those spring flowers would be wilting before my very eyes. I am burning a hole into the back of his skull that he will remember till the day his great-great-grandchildren pass away.
Oh my god.
I think my skull's on fire.
Roll will to curse Chef's lineage.
A 5.
You do feel pretty bad, Chef.
Ow.
Ow, my conscience.
Psychic damage.
With everyone's first impressions made, it is up to Butch Orson to narrow down the competition.
Camera cuts quickly to everybody's faces, zooming in. We see the sweat on people's faces, the pores. Chef. Actually, he's not even going to say Chef. He's going to look at Chef and he's going to say, you.
Me.
And then he's going to say, Charlie. Step forward, please.
Oh dear God.
Yes, Chef. And Charlie will step forward, and Charlie notices that he's standing in a circle, and there's a line running straight through it, and he has a suspicion that he's now standing upon a trap door.
Hold my hand. Hold Chef's hand, Charlie.
Charlie, why do you deserve to stay in Pandora's oven?
And as Chef reaches out to take Charlie's hand, he'll swat it away. Well, Chef Orson, I believe that I deserve to stay because I have a lot to offer this kitchen, your kitchen. I believe that any sort of underhanded saboteuring done by any other chefs doesn't deserve to be in your presence, good sir. And I think that with my skills, with my charm, that we would make an excellent team, and I would love to learn more from you.
He looks at Chef, and Chef Orson says, why do you deserve to be my sous chef?
Chef made a grave error today, Chef. Chef broke the golden rule of the kitchen, and that's to never, ever sabotage another chef's work. But the biggest point of being in a kitchen, in your kitchen, Chef, is to learn from Chef's mistakes, from all of our mistakes, and I'm willing to grow and to learn at your side. Because the only thing that I want, that Chef wants, the only thing that Chef wants is to work hard and to make good food for the people that wish to enjoy it. Because that's the point of cooking, to make people happy. And that's what Chef wants, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
He looks at everybody, and everyone's eyes as he goes down the line. My decision is... He looks at Chef. You. Please give me your chef's knife and leave Pandora's oven.
Yes, Chef. Here you go. This isn't the last you've seen of Chef. Chef. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Chef.
Bye, Chef.
Chef feels unwanted at this time, but Chef is gonna work hard to make all his dreams come true. No matter how that may be, Chef will return. You haven't seen the last of Chef. And Chef's gonna be the greatest chef of all time. Just you wait.
Chef Boyardee may have just been canned, but you are not done yet. I earned my first Michelin star as head chef at Bite Me, where we served my world-famous porterhouse steak, a luxurious, difficult cut. The trick is cooking the strip to perfection without overcooking the tender fillet. And of course, seasoning to delight the senses. For your next challenge, you're going to cook my signature dish. I want each of you to take that beautiful porterhouse, season it, cook it to perfection, and pair it with one delicious side. The two chefs whom impress me the most will battle it out head-to-head for the position of sous chef here in Pandora's oven. But there is a twist. A true chef uses all of their senses while cooking. So, before you head over to grab your ingredients, I need you to each put on one of these blindfolds. Be sure to choose wisely.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
You have 30 minutes. Move.
30 minutes to cook a porterhouse.
Oh, God.
Charlie shakes off the feeling of nearly being eliminated, grabs one of the blindfolds, and secures it tightly to his face. And then he turns to where he believes is the ingredients counter and shelving and just starts to feel around for what he wants.
Heather will put on the blindfold and start trying to find the ingredients, and she's willing to, smack if she has to get them.
With the pressure mounting, the aspiring chefs cook for their lives in an attempt to impress Chef Orson with an elevated version of his signature dish. Kilana, what are you cooking?
Well, I suppose I'm cooking a porterhouse steak, and I wanted to put it over a bed of angel hair pesto pasta with a side of lemon zest over the top and just a slice of lemon on the side. And as she's like talking, you can tell like she's blindfolded and there's like a mallet in her hand and she's like trying to tenderize the steak as like before, but she like does not want to hit her hand either. So at this point, you just see that she's like trying to cut up lemons and not slice her hand, and she's just really trying not to hurt herself.
First up, please roll to try to select your ingredients using your other senses.
Okay, that's a 10.
Okay, so you head over, you start feeling the steaks, you give them a good sniff, make sure it smells okay. You grab the steak, you start squeezing around, you grab what feels like a lemon, but you discover it's a tangelo. And then you keep feeling around, you grab your lemons and all of your seasonings, and to the best of your knowledge, you have assembled a full tray of ingredients. And as you finally make it over to your station, you take off the blindfold, you see that everything looks about as you would expect.
Okay, we can do this. All hope is not lost. Okay.
Heather.
All right, so I am going to be making, or at least attempting to, a garlic rosemary porterhouse with roasted Parmesan eggplant, and then if I have the time, a caprese salad.
Okay, please roll to grab your ingredients.
Okay, so that's a natural 1. I'm gonna expend the focus, please, because
Okay.
that's really bad. Oh, hot mama, that's a natural 12.
With a natural 12, I guess I'll give them both to you. As you smell the rosemary, it's lost a lot of its fragrance, and as you feel it along the pads of your fingers, it seems wilted and almost dried. And you grab the eggplant, and it is squishy and soft. You can hear the squish as you grab it.
If I can get a good eggplant, I'm gonna take the good eggplant.
Okay.
Hey, yo, that's what she said.
Hey. Yeah, so you feel these bad ingredients, you grab another one, you head to your station with the tray. Heather, how confident are you feeling that you've grabbed everything correctly?
Well, at first I got a little nervous because we'll just say that with the natural 1, all I was feeling was squishy eggplant, and so I was starting to feel a little deflated. And then I found a perfect one, and so I feel a little bit better. I feel like I could bounce back from this.
Okay. And as you take your blindfold off, you see that all of your ingredients are pristine and beautiful. But as you look over to the rack where you just grabbed your ingredients from, you see the eggplant and the rosemary that you had grabbed, and you see that they have a little sticker label around them that says spoiler alert. And you can tell that food has gone bad. Charlie, what are you cooking for us today?
As Charlie secures his blindfold, he's been thinking about what he's going to be making with his porterhouse steak. He's going to keep the seasoning on the steak simple. He wants to let the steak speak for itself. But for his side, he is going to make potatoes dauphinoise.
Ooh.
It is a scalloped potato layered in a casserole dish with cheese and butter, and it's a delightful little French concoction. He is not as familiar with that as other Southern cooking methods, but after his performance in the signature challenge, Charlie is very nervous about everything, and he wants to really impress Shef and really push himself to do better and go beyond the home cooking tendencies of his past.
Charlie, please roll to select your ingredients.
Ooh, it's a natural 12 right off the bat.
Okay, you follow your nose into the kitchen straight to the funky cheeses. Your fingers graze over the root vegetables, picking the perfect potatoes, and you grab the largest, most tender, most well-marbled, delicious porterhouse, all successfully avoiding the spoiler alert challenge. And you see Giancarlo is in the kitchen and he says, "Good job, everyone. You all caught it. You all caught all of the spoiler alerts. Now get cooking. You have 30 minutes.
Okay, here we go. Fire up. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Does this blindfold stay on the entire time?
No, you may remove it." And he comes and he
oh.
takes it off of you.
Thank goodness. I was starting to chop things with the blindfold on. That could have gone very hairy very quickly.
Yeah, I tried that earlier. Definitely don't recommend. Don't
You
do
can
that.
say that again, Keela. Can I call you Keela? Kill?
If you want. Most people say kill, but Keela's cute. I've actually never heard that before.
All right, is this social hour or are we cooking? Jesus.
Well, I mean, we're all doing our respective... Oh, yes, Chef.
I mean, Heather, I don't think what I'm doing over here is really affecting what you're doing. Are you nervous about something?
No, just focus on your own thing, please. It's just the more you talk and the more I'm getting annoyed, and we all need to focus, okay?
Well, this is an auditory medium. I would think talking a lot would be very beneficial, but apparently others don't feel this way.
20 minutes! As Heather turns the heat up in the kitchen. I don't have the second half of that sentence out.
Heather turns the heat up on her steak as well.
The chefs hope to not turn the heat up too high on their steaks. I don't know. I don't get paid enough for this.
Is there a mandolin around? And Charlie's gonna start slicing his potatoes nice and thin on the mandolin.
Be very careful with the mandolin. It is known to like to take fingers.
Oh, do not worry. Don't worry about anything.
Giancarlo drops whatever was in his hands. He drops his clipboard and pen and he walks out of the restaurant.
Oh my god.
Giancarlo, I'm sorry. It's just something.
Kilana's gonna go pick up the pen and the notepad.
It's just I have this thing. I like to call it accent aphasia.
He storms back into the restaurant and he pokes you in the chest. He says, "Let me tell you one thing. I've always wanted to get a dramatic exit like that on camera. It's fine." And he picks up the clipboard. And he goes,
God.
"But I did just waste some of your time. You have 10 minutes remaining. Get moving."
Oh
shit, gosh.
Jesus. Okay, yep, there you go.
I'm gonna start working on my porterhouse now. The potatoes are in the oven, getting nice and crispy, but I have it in the cast iron skillet, and I am currently basting as it is going. I've got cloves of garlic in there. I've got some sage leaves. I've got salt and pepper, and I'm basting it with its nice little butter oil mixture, trying to develop a nice crust, fond, a nice crumb, if you will. Ooh, it's gonna look real good, but I gotta keep that filet in the center tender. Need to remember that.
I picked the dish that I did because I'm good at what I do, and it's smart to do something that you know, but also push yourself a little bit and add an extra challenge, like also doing a salad. And I feel pretty confident because it just seems like, these two, they're happy to socialize, and I'm happy for them, but I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to win.
Oh, this is a winning dish, let me tell you. The French know what the fuck they're doing. Let me just say that right out the gate. I mean, Julia Child with the joy of cooking. I know she in particular is not French, but she is an American who understood the French, just like myself. And that is why I am going to win. I am taking a page out of Julia Child's book. And I can tell you right now that me and Julia, we're something. We're something.
Okay, everyone, you have 2 minutes. Get your plates to the presses.
So I'm feeling pretty confident, more confident than I think I would expect to at this point. I'm here to learn, and this has already been such a great experience. I'm not really worried about her, but Heather seems to just have a bite. And I don't know. In a kitchen, I feel like at the end of the day, you're a team, and if I wanted to ask a question, I feel like I should be able to ask a question. But that's my opinion. But I am feeling pretty confident. So.
Time is up. Please put your utensils down.
Oh, all right. Think things are looking all right. Oh, God.
Steaks at the ready. The chefs pray for a job well done in the competition.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking going for more of a medium rare myself.
In the competition to win a rare opportunity to be Chef Orson's sous chef. Which two chefs will go on to compete head-to-head for a $250,000 salary? And whose attempt at Chef Orson's signature dish will earn them a raw deal as they're booted from Pandora's oven?
Kilana, describe what you've made for me today.
So this is a porterhouse on pesto pasta. The porterhouse steak has also been doused in some Cabernet Sauvignon, and the pesto pasta is exactly what it sounds like, but it's also mixed in with some pistachios for the pesto. It's a light sauce, light glazed, and I hope you enjoy it.
I hope this doesn't kill me.
That too. I hope that as well.
Kilana, roll for your dish.
That's an 11.
A full success? God damn, okay.
I haven't added anything either. That's another 13.
Okay.
Chef Orson cuts into the steak, The steak is well done, temperature-wise. The zest is a bit overpowering of the other flavors. I'm sure you could... Well, you might not be able to smell that, but that is what is happening here, and the cream is a bit lumpy. Please remove your dish.
Thank you, Chef.
I mean, I thought it was a good effort, I guess, but making a porterhouse well done, like, that's amateur hour. Come on.
And yeah, then Butch will look at Heather and say, bring your dish, please.
And Heather will come up.
Heather, describe what you've made for me today.
This dish that you're about to enjoy, Chef, is a lemon rosemary porterhouse with a Parmesan eggplant and a caprese salad. And that's a 10.
Full success.
The chef will cut into the steak, and then he will look up at everybody and say, please excuse me. And then he will walk over to the side, bend over, and vomit into a bin.
Oh my god.
And then he's going to come back and say, if you're going to try to kill me, you'll need to try harder than that. The steak is, well, it's mooing. The eggplant is lumpy, and the talent is lacking. Please remove your dish.
Oh my god.
And Heather scoffs and is like, yes, Chef.
After this judgment call from Chef regarding Heather, I can't say that I'm particularly worried about how her performance might affect mine, but I am a little concerned about Chef's high standards. I don't know if I can stand up to them.
Charlie, bring me your dish, please.
Yes, Chef. And Charlie once again takes a centering breath, and he will take his dish, and he will go to present. Good evening, Chef. I have prepared for you a porterhouse steak done medium rare, with a nice pan sauce with sage, as well as a nice red wine to really emulsify all the flavors that we have going on there. And then I also have the potato dauphinoise, and you'll notice it's in a little ramekin, and along the sides of the ramekin it depicts the different highlights of your career. You've got your first time you ever cooked. You've got, of course, your Star Turn It Bite Me, your Michelin star recommendations. Oh, and I even added something for the gays. The Calvin Klein ad that you did recently is in there too. I mean, my goodness, you looking so marvelous on the side of that ramekin, and in person too.
Give me a break.
Anyway, I guess I'll roll the dice here.
You know, based on how Charlie did before, I don't know. I feel like I have something to learn from Charlie, and I think Chef has definitely a keen eye to noticing things that apparently all of us don't. So I think Charlie is a really good shot here, and in impressing Chef and also just taking it home. So go Charlie. Go Charlie.
Charlie, what was your roll?
It was a natural 12.
Okay, a critical success.
Chef Orson will cut into the steak. The steak is medium rare.
Yes.
The potatoes are crispy. And he's just eyeballing this. He never took a bite. Sauce is creamy. Good texture. Aroma is quite pleasant. Caramelization is emulating that of an expert. Please remove your dish.
Thank you, Chef.
Holy shit, okay.
And I turn around and I'm just grinning from ear to ear. I am like over the moon, and I feel just like I'm walking on clouds as I walk back to the ladies, and I put my dish back on the table, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh, good luck, girls. You got this. Maybe there won't be an elimination. Everybody deserves to go through to the next round, in my book.
Yeah. We cut to a confessional, and it's just Heather going, how's that boot taste, Charlie? Is that medium rare? Yeah, I bet it is.
We cut to a confessional of Charlie with a fork and knife cutting into a leather boot. Isn't it delicious?
I have a decision to make. One moment, please. And he'll descend into the floor.
Yes.
I don't know about you. I just wasn't expecting like the whole ascension descent. Like that's actually that's a choice.
That is something else. The production quality, they truly have spared no expense.
It's whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie, great job.
Oh, thank you, Kilana.
Yeah. Great job, Charlie. That
Thank
was
you,
awesome.
Heather. I appreciate it. Both. You're both just like, I'm only a little home cook. You two are both professionally trained. I'm sure he's just going easy on me or something, just because.
Absolutely not, Charlie. There's just because we work professionally does not make us better in any way.
I mean,
hope you recognize that.
I guess that's a difference of opinion, I guess, but.
Oh, well, apparently it's not to Chef Orson, but I'll leave that up to him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll see, because it's not making any sense to me, but whatever.
Hope is running high in Pandora's oven as the contestants have unleashed their box of tricks. But will their efforts be enough to win over Butch Orson and advance to the final challenge?
Chef Orson rises from the ground again, but the elevator keeps going a little too much, so then he starts getting towards the ceiling, and then he starts going down again, and then starts going through the floor.
He just addresses you from up there.
Oh my god.
Now, only half his torso's out of the floor right now, and then kind of gets stuck, and he just waits patiently.
Giancarlo brings him a little step stool to get out of the pit.
He'll walk out from the step stool and then fold his arms and
Apologies, Chef. I was wiring all of the electronics this morning and I didn't have time to test everything again.
You know, Giancarlo, everyone has the privilege to be stupid once in a while.
Hard, Chef.
But you really abuse the privilege.
Oh my god!
He smacks himself. He says, "Understood, Chef."
Oh no.
Now he folds his arms and turns towards everybody. All of you have tried your hand at my signature dish, the incredible porterhouse steak. But one of you stood well above the rest.
All I'm thinking of is the main focus was the steak. So, and I did well on the steak portion. The zest, the lemon, the pasta didn't even matter. So I'm feeling more confident than I did before. But my heart is definitely still in my ass. Thank you for asking.
That person is...
I'm saying that I expected a little more out of Chef Orson for, to be so afraid of a medium rare steak in a porterhouse. I mean, I expected him to appreciate the meat just a little bit more. I'm honestly a little disappointed.
Chef Orson looks at Kilana. And then he looks at Charlie.
Hearing Chef Orson call my name in that moment to compliment me and put upon the heapest of praise that he possibly could, by simply saying my name, he knows that I exist and that we are two heavenly bodies orbiting in this universe, and one day our paths may collide into such a fury of cacophonous moments in history.
They start playing the Oscars music to usher you off the stage.
I'm sorry, I get all wrapped up in it. It was cool.
It was.
Kilana and Heather, please step forward. Kilana, are you a better chef than Heather?
I think in a kitchen, I think you're only as strong as your weakest chef.
I asked you a question. Are you better than Heather?
I feel I would have a lot to learn from Heather, just as much as she may from me, just the same as we would from Charlie. But I do feel in the kitchen I have a better team mindset and dynamic than Heather.
Heather.
Yes, Chef.
Do you think you are a stronger chef than Kilana?
Absolutely, Chef. I think I'm the best chef here, and I think that I deserve to be your sous chef, and that you'd be making a mistake if you thought otherwise.
My decision is Kilana. Get back in line.
I need a moment. Can you turn off the camera? I'm sorry. I can't, I don't even, I can't right now. I'm sorry. I can't.
As Kilana comes back in line, Charlie will squeeze her hand and go, "Congratulations. Well done."
Heather,
Yes, Chef.
someday, you will go far. I hope you stay there. Please give me your knife and leave Pandora's oven.
Brutal.
Someday you will go far. I hope you stay there.
Kilana has put her hand over her mouth, like she's still holding Charlie's hand, but like her other hand is over her mouth. She cannot believe.
I'm sorry, Chef. I think you're making a mistake. And I think that if you're rewarding weakness and the inability to say when you're better than someone off the bat, I don't think that's the kind of energy that you want to bring to your kitchen.
Fight.
If I wanted to hear an asshole speak, I would have farted. Please, give me your kitchen knife.
Roll for initiative.
I would like to try to stab Kilana.
Oh, shit. Roll body.
That's a natural 12.
Wait, let me do something.
Heather holds up the knife, is waving it around as she's arguing with everyone.
Yeah.
Kilana, you have like a hand over your mouth at Chef's comment, and then you just see Heather turn on you and lunge knife first, and you just barely step out of the way as she actually slices across and leaves a thin cut that begins to bleed onto your white chef's jacket.
Oh, biohazard. Somebody get a medic.
And then Heather goes again to slice at Kilana. And then from off screen to the right, coming into frame, Chef Butch Orson, like the camera is shaking. It's all of a sudden Michael Bay fucking cinematography. The camera is shaky because they didn't expect it. Like you see half the set like is behind the set because the framing was not ready for this. Off screen, Chef Orson comes in, right hand blocking the right hand of Heather's knife hand coming towards Kilana. He grabs and spins both of them around over to a countertop where there is a cutting board with an onion on it, and he's gonna start dicing it while she's holding on to the knife. He's grabbing her arm, dicing the onion. You have to cut close to the root, you see. Long strides. There you go. And then he's going to like hold her down, like stab the knife into the cutting board, and have her like face like pressed down against the onion so that her eyes start to water. I understand. This is an emotional moment for you.
Do you know who I am?
We all fail. We all make mistakes. Come back when you are ready. And then he will toss her aside.
And Giancarlo like grabs her to escort her out so that she can't turn around and try anything.
Get your hands off me, Jesus!
Kilana, are you all right?
Yeah. I think the shock is setting in. So I don't think it's not the first time I've been. I mean, we work in kitchens. I think the blood and slicing is more than acceptable. But
Oh yes, who hasn't been attacked before in the kitchen? What are you talking about, girl? Where have you been working?
well, it started with McDonald's and then Willie's Chicken, and then from there we, Cafe Beignet also gets quite.
Well, I guess McDonald's, yes, does have not quite the reputation of, like, say, a Waffle House, but there have been some altercations in there before.
Kilana, are you able to continue?
And Kilana's just gonna, like, look down at the cut and then look back at Chef Orson and be like, of course, Chef.
Giancarlo,
Oui, chef.
get first aid. We'll be back in 5.
Immediately. And then behind the scenes, we see that for some reason, Chef Orson's maitre d' is actually very good at stitching up wounds.
We don't need paramedics.
There are paramedics, but he takes the lead and he starts cleaning the wound and everything as we cut to commercial break. But first,
I think that Chef Orson was making a mistake. And she's crying because of the onions. She's like,
has handcuffs on.
I think Chef Orson is making a mistake, and I have never been so disrespected in my life. And I thought that he was looking for the best cook, but I guess he's just looking for the best bootlicker. So enjoy the taste of those damn boots. Fuck.
It cuts to Charlie and Kilana now cutting at boots together.
Let me give you a taste of this boot. Isn't it divine?
That's surprisingly good, actually. That's wow, yeah. Excellent flavor.
As Heather awaits sentencing, Kilana and Charlie await their final challenge.
Well, I didn't think I was going to make it to the finale here with you. I mean, I knew that you just radiate a winner's energy.
Oh, that's incredibly kind of you to say that. Well, now regardless of what happens, Charlie, I have to say, I'm really happy to have made it this far and that you are alongside me, and not a knife-wielding, I don't want to say maniac. I feel like that's rude. Is that rude?
No, I think you are simply aptly judging the situation.
Yeah. Can I confide something in you right now?
Please, by all means.
I couldn't help but notice you are clearly taken by Chef Orson. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Noticed it. Have I said anything that would make people think that?
No, not particularly out loud, but I do feel as though, I have been standing next to you for most of when his appearances happen.
Oh, you hear my breath catching my chest.
It's that, and you start to fidget, and you noticeably your demeanor changes, and also I couldn't help you locked eyes before, and it was just very.
Oh.
No, it
was marvelous. I couldn't help myself. Those piercing eyes. They stared right into my soul, and my soul stared back and started to purr like a little kitten.
No, I think I heard the purring after a certain point. That was impressive.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't know the human body. No, it's okay. I didn't.
I did that trend on TikTok when that Calvin Klein ad came out with the purring thing. You know the TikTok.
I do. I wasn't. What's surprising is I saw that ad and I was honestly kind of surprised that he even agreed to do something like that. I mean, it's no disrespect, but what do you put your clothes on? You work in a kitchen. But it wasn't until I feel like I was attacked and he saved my life. I think I now understand where you're coming from. I don't know. Is that crazy?
No, I don't think it's necessarily crazy. No, not at all.
John, how's the elevator?
The elevator's been fixed. While the paramedics were taking care of them, Giancarlo was rewiring the elevator.
Then Butch Orson will come up from the ground once again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go.
Kilana, Charlie, you've made it. How are you feeling?
Like I've been attacked, but overall, decent. Thank you, Chef.
I've been feeling well as well, Chef. The paramedics gave me one of those little tinfoil blankets. I don't know particularly why. I wasn't feeling cold or anything, but perhaps they were just taking a precaution because of Heather's cold personality.
Well, we're not done yet. There are 2 of you and only 1 open position.
I can think of a couple open positions I'd like to be in.
Welcome to the finale of Pandora's Oven. Chefs don't really eat. We graze throughout the day in the kitchen, but I am not in the kitchen today, and I am hungry. For your next and final challenge, you will be serving me my dinner. A full-course meal consisting of 1 vibrant Caesar salad, a rich lobster risotto, a perfect porterhouse steak, and, to finish it off, a luxurious red velvet chocolate volcano cake. The chef who serves me the most amazing meal will become my sous chef at Pandora's Oven.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I never really thought I would make it this far. Yeah, I'm surprised, but I'm excited.
But it won't be that easy. Giancarlo,
Please put a hand behind your back.
I put one of my hands behind my back.
So sorry, Kilana. As he very gently begins to tie one of your hands behind your back for both of you.
That's fair. Put the wounded one behind my back.
Yep.
a great chef can cook with 1 hand tied behind their back. And an incredible chef knows how to combat one of the biggest problems we face in a professional kitchen: food waste.
You see Giancarlo heads to the back of the dining room and opens the double doors. And you see this massive hulking figure steps out. He is built like Kingpin in his width, and he is clad in this like padded armor like you see from martial arts. It is red, and then he has these blue overalls that stretch over and this messy mop of blonde hair. Big and muscular and thick. And Giancarlo addresses you all and says, "This is our friend, the Pit. His appetite is something to behold, and God bless those who get between Pit and the meal."
The Pit is always welcome in my kitchen. And I do mean always. Cook quickly. Cook cleverly. And try not to let the Pit hold up my dinner too long. I'm hungry. You have 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
With the Pit set loose in the kitchen, the chefs are left to single-handedly prepare a full dinner for Chef Orson. It all comes down to this, in a race to complete the challenge and win the elusive position of sous chef and a salary of $250,000. An opportunity neither chef wants to let go to waste.
Behind. Oh God. Behind Pit. Pit, please. Can you just?
What about? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yep. There. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
Pit like rutabaga.
Oh, that's good. Eat more. You could have plenty of that. Do you need rutabaga, Charlie? I don't need rutabaga. I have the rutabaga.
You need that rutabaga.
Kilana's gonna grab the rest of the rutabaga that she sees and stuff them into her pockets.
You like have to grab it out of his like mouth as he's beginning to chew the whole thing at once.
Jesus Christ. Okay, sorry, Pit. Sorry. Just gonna take that from you.
Charlie's gonna run over to the bin where he tossed his signature mac and cheese.
Okay.
And he is going to take it out of the bin and go, "Oh, Mr. the Pit. Oh, Mr. the Pit. Why, I've got a marvelous fresh mac and cheese here for you."
Macaroni.
I set it down in like the opposite corner from my station, and then I run back over and start gathering the ingredients I need.
He's like eating through the pan, just like.
Oh my god.
Charlie, you're a genius, but I'm absolutely terrified.
All right, Charlie, you have successfully distracted the Pit for the first round, so he will not target either of you. Each of you, please roll to prepare the Caesar salad first.
Kilana rolled an 11.
Okay, that's a full success.
I rolled an 11 plus 2 for mind is a 13.
That's also a full success. We see both of the chefs get their Caesar salads out right on time. You both walk up to the pass at the same moment and set your Caesar salads down.
Next up is the lobster risotto. Okay. Good luck.
Same to you.
And Charlie is going to run over to the seafood section, grab one of the lobster tails there, but then he's going to grab some of the fillets of salmon, and he like tosses them up onto some of the lighting fixtures where they're going to kind of start to crisp up.
Ooh.
And he's going to point and go, "Ooh, look at that lovely sizzling salmon, the Pit. Isn't it delicious?"
Roll will with good luck.
Okay, that's a 3.
Okay.
I also doused it in avocado oil, and it has whole grains all throughout it as well, so it's incredibly delicious. And she's like looking over at Charlie like, did I sell that? I can't tell, but I do know those ingredients are very, very filling, so hopefully if he does eat it, it fills him up faster.
Add one more luck to your roll, please.
That was a 2 for the additional luck roll, bringing it to a 5.
Okay.
Pit no like salmon, but eat a little bit.
And he takes the handle of what's left of the pot and throws it at the lighting fixture to make it sway so that the salmon fall down. And he grabs them in his hands and goes,
Quickly.
Yep.
Well, we don't have much time.
Yeah.
And Charlie hurries over and starts poaching the lobster tail whilst he gets the risotto going.
please roll for your risottos.
Kilana got a 12 plus 2, 14.
Wow, full success again, Kilana. Good job.
Fuck yeah, natural 12.
Hell yeah, brother.
You both cook with masterful skill on display. Kilana getting the lobster risotto to the window just a smidge before you, Charlie.
Considering all the obstacles in our way, the arm tied around behind me, the pit having his way with the kitchen, I think things are actually going rather well. What could possibly go wrong?
Do I think I'll win? What, you guys love to really stir the pot on here, don't you? You know what? I joined the show not really caring if I would, and it wasn't until I was almost eliminated and then, I guess, killed that I really wanted to, I don't know, accomplish this. So I hope I do. I hope I do. I think I have a good understanding of how a kitchen works. I've been a line cook at this point for several years now, and I think Charlie is phenomenal in the kitchen. I think the only thing he could be lacking is that professional experience, but I don't think that holds him back from making phenomenal dishes. So that's the one advantage I may have. But even then, he has surprised me throughout this entire competition, and it'd be an honor at this point to lose to him. He has a good attitude, and he is a great chef. So,
as we see the pit finish eating his salmon and everyone move on to the porterhouse steaks, perhaps the trickiest item to cook, we see the pit finish swallowing and set his eyes on the delicious herb-crusted seasoning that Kilana has begun to put on the steak.
Plot twist.
Yes?
It looks like herb crust seasoning, but that one's actually covered in chili flakes, and it's really spicy. So I hope he doesn't like that.
Okay, so you're saying that you're seasoning 2 steaks, one for him and one to actually cook?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
100%.
Give me your rolls for your meal. Kilana, please roll with bad luck, as it takes a little extra time to get everything done with the pit on your ass.
Bad luck, so 10.
All right, still a full success.
8.
That is a mixed success. Okay, you both get your dishes to the pass at the exact same moment. You send out the steaks, they get sent to Chef Orson's table. You look at each other knowing that there is one course left.
Kalana's gonna hold up her one good hand at Charlie to like high five.
Charlie will reciprocate the high five. Oh, you got this, Kilana. You're going to do great. It's just the chocolate lava cake left now.
I thought it was red velvet.
Your red velvet lava cake, yeah.
Oh my god, I was preparing for red velvet. You said chocolate. I was gonna lose my mind.
Sorry,
No, but that is a good idea. Hopefully the pit likes chocolate more than red velvet. So.
And as you say that, you turn around and see that the pit has begun to grab your bowl of batter and set his sights on that as he has finished eating the steak, Kilana. You rush to your station to try to deal with the pit as Giancarlo says, Charlie!
Yes, Giancarlo.
Chef Orson has sent this bag. It is undercooked. Look, it's raw.
Okay, I'll put it back on the...
Quickly, let's go!
And he grabs the porterhouse and he starts trying to bring it back to the correct temperature, basting it very quickly and going like, all right, come on.
Quickly, let's go! Kilana, are you doing anything to deal with the pit?
Of course I am. Kilana is gonna run back, seeing that happen, like, no. And she's gonna throw the leftover avocado that she had used earlier for the salmon onto one of the used pans that just had like a bunch of the meat oil in it, and try and replace that with the batter and be like, no, this is better. This is gonna be so much better. I promise. Try this one. This one's not ready yet. And putting down the batter.
Roll will to try and persuade him that he wants the avocado more than your batter.
Please. I want the avocado. That's just 12 plus 1 is 13.
He goes,
Avocado.
Avocado for pit. Nom. You're like the pit of an avocado. That's adorable. And she's like stirring the batter back up.
all right.
So that, I don't know, she can jump back into this.
Kilana, give me a roll for your lava cake with bad luck. And then Charlie, give me a roll to refire your steak.
Ooh, it's a natural 12. I've been getting a lot of those. I'm so happy.
Beautiful.
I got a 9 for that. But I would like to add insight, because though Kilana is not particularly great with desserts, her father was, and he always taught her that you always should add vanilla to your dessert to make it just slightly better, and love.
You need to add a little bit of salt.
Sure, a little bit of salt. Thanks.
Kilana, don't forget, you need to add a little bit of salt.
Oh,
You hear your father's voice in your head.
fuck, yes, thank you. Thank you, Dad, thank you.
In that time, we see Charlie takes the steak up to the pass. Giancarlo grabs it. He goes, beautifully cooked. Excellent job, Charlie. And he runs off with it. And as you are beginning to leave the pass, you see Kilana walking up with the red velvet cake.
Oh, it looks divine, darling.
Thank you.
Charlie is really feeling the pressure at this moment in time. He is reflecting on his experience. He's unsure about how he's going to be able to pull this off. And with all this pressure mounting down on him and his absolute desperate need to be closer to Chef Orson, he's going to use his ability, Swift Hands. Rolls to steal from non-hostile creatures are lucky. So he is going to attempt to steal the lava cake from Kilana.
Give me a lucky body roll to try and steal Kilana's cake. I guess as she turns around to relax, you are going to try and just hold on to it and give it to Giancarlo yourself.
Correct.
Whoa.
Oh, you fucker. Okay.
Kilana forgot to clean the plate, and she would like to turn around and make sure it's clean before Giancarlo grabs it.
I'm gonna expend my last focus. Yes! It's a natural 12.
Oh, fuck.
Plus, the luck brings it to a 13.
Kilana, you turn around saying, oh shit, I didn't clean my plate, just to see your buddy Charlie cleaning it for you.
I noticed a spot right here, so I thought I'd get it.
Oh, thank you. That's Charlie. Please, you haven't even made your cake yet. You have to. If you don't, it's.
There's time. Don't worry about it. Could you go and just make sure that Pitt is taken...
Eat one cake.
Oh, shit. And with that, Kilana will run and try and deal with the pit.
And Giancarlo comes up and he says, hey, Charlie, how did you get this done so quickly?
Well, you know me, when the pressure's on, I'm on.
Very good. He grabs the dish, and Charlie, you have somehow become the first person to complete all of your courses. As Kilana, how are you dealing with the pit?
Well, with the extra batter, Kilana wanted to actually make another cake at the same time as the other, so she had just made enough to hopefully handle that situation. So now she's just icing it for him.
Giancarlo comes back and he sees you still working on the cake, and he goes, Kilana, let's go. What is taking so long? You're late. We are waiting on your cake.
What do you... No, I sent it. I already sent it out.
Quickly, give it here. It is in your hands.
No, Giancarlo, I already sent out the cake. This is for the pit. The cake is done. It's gone.
He comes into the kitchen and he says, Kilana, you have so much talent and you come all this way to throw it away the last second. No, come on, quickly. Move your ass. And he grabs the plate and goes to take it to Chef Orson.
Oh.
That's done.
Charlie cannot make eye contact. He's like...
Kilana's gonna look over at Charlie and try and be like, what? She's like, Charlie, am I crazy? Did I not put my cake?
There might have been he's still looking down as he says this. There might have been like I don't know, maybe a slight misunderstanding or something. I was still standing there and I just cleaned the plate and I handed it to him. Maybe he thought it was mine for some reason.
Maybe he thought it was yours for some reason? Kilana's gonna walk over to Charlie's side of the station. Still one-handed, right? And she's gonna put a gentle hand on his, that's, I guess, still working on the batter, and be like, she comes off as a very nervous person because she stutters, but she's not nervous. She knows what she's doing. She feels comfortable and confident in the kitchen. But she's never had to deal with someone steal her dish or take credit for her dish. She's always had respect in the kitchen, and she's always worked in a team mindset. So this is very new for her. And she's going to take her hand off of Charlie's thing and be like, and just look him in the eye. Good luck, Chef. And she's going to walk away and find something else to make sure the pit is taken care of and fed, because he deserves it.
Charlie is going to try to finish his cake now.
Mm-hmm.
And try to rush it out there.
Give me a roll with bad luck, because I guess your vibe is down.
With bad luck, it's an 8.
Okay, that is a mixed success. You have a cake that seems pretty much done that you could bring with you to the final presentation.
I skip the part of just handing it over to Giancarlo. I run out and I go to the table. I put it down and I said, my apologies, Chef. There was a misunderstanding. The cake that originally came out credited to me, that was actually Kilana's cake. This here is my cake. That cake that was said to be Kilana's, she made that as well, but she was making it for the pit originally. My sincerest apologies. I'll get back in the kitchen. Excuse me. I have never felt so low in my entire life. I betrayed myself and my morals. I betrayed who I believe Chef Orson deserves. It's not a person, it's an ideal. An ideal was betrayed here today, and it was betrayed by my hand. My tender, loving hands have turned into a weapon that has wrought such destruction and absolute cruelty, and I cannot stand for it. And that is why I'm sitting in this chair in this confessional booth talking to you.
At this rate, Chef Orson is going to hate it if he hates it, and he's gonna hate it if he loves it. But the one thing I hope he can recognize is a chef puts his heart and soul into their meals, and to try and take that away from another chef and call it your own is not something I respect or would like to be associated with. So if that's what he wants in his kitchen, then I wish him the absolute best.
The dishes are in, and it's up to Chef Butch Orson to decide which cook will become his sous chef at Pandora's Oven and win a salary of $250,000.
The silhouette of Chef Orson behind the glass, like on the phone, and like he's been chatting for like 10 minutes. You see the silhouette hang up the phone, then come out from the room and come walk over to you guys.
So, how do you feel? You each did.
I feel like a vile betrayal. But my other 3 courses I thought I did quite well with, actually. Besides my serious lapse in judgment, I think I presented some advanced culinary skills that are surprising to find on a home cook.
You stated vile betrayer. Would you care to explain?
I attempted to pass off Kilana's velvet lava cake as my own, but I'm afraid it was a serious lapse in judgment, and I hope I rectified the situation by coming to the table, owning up to what I have done, and presenting my hopefully adequate replacement cake.
Very well. Charlie, you were the first to finish, though that cake was not your own. Nonetheless, you finished the race first. Why do you deserve to be my sous chef?
Chef Orson, as difficult as this is for me to say, I'm not sure that describing why I deserve to be your sous chef is an easy task. Much like cooking a multi-course meal, it is nuanced and difficult. I think I may not fully deserve it based off of my shady actions towards Kilana. But I do think that I have a tenacity, I think I have a talent, and I think I have a place in my heart that is deep and wide and ready for growth, for it to hold me tenderly, coax me along, make me feel whole. Chef, I hope that explains to you why I deserve to be your sous chef.
In regards to your salad, proportions evenly mixed. In regards to your lobster risotto, you were slightly slower than Kilana. Other than that, I have no complaints. In regards to your porterhouse steak, at first it was slightly underdone, and I sent it back. With the added time, it was much better. Slightly better than Kilana's. But Kilana came first. The cake was delicious. Kilana, you lagged in service. The lobster risotto was wonderful. The Caesar salad was missing rutabaga. The porterhouse steak slightly lacking compared to Charlie's, but faster and acceptable.
All right, we have those 3 cakes.
Yes.
The first one made by Kilana, submitted by Charlie. That one he pushes off to the side. The third one, actually made by Charlie, pushes off to the side. This cake was submitted second by Kilana. Put the fork in and take a bite.
Actually taking a bite. Oh my gosh.
Kilana, give me a roll for that chocolate cake.
A not natural 12.
Good job. Kilana, why do you belong here in Pandora's oven?
Chef, I believe I have something to prove, and I would like the opportunity to prove it to you every single day that I come and work in this kitchen. I have been cooking for many years now, but that in no way makes me the best. It might put me ahead of others, but I do feel I still have much to learn, and I feel like there's no better place to do that than under your expertise. In your kitchen, I feel like I have what it takes.
I've made my decision. The person who will win a salary of $250,000 and the opportunity to work directly under me is Kilana. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Oh my god, I've never felt so much in my entire life. Thank you, Chef. Chef. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chef.
Charlie,
Yes, Chef.
I'm sorry. Please give me your knife and leave Pandora's oven.
Charlie will take off his chef's coat, drape it across his arms, place the chef's knife in both of his palms, and kneel before him. Please take these back. I do not deserve them.
He will grab the knife and the apron.
Thank you for the opportunity that you have given me to be here today, to be close to such greatness. And he turns to Kilana. Kilana, I need to say one more time how very sorry I am. I wish you every good fortune in the chef battles to come.
And while you are turned to Kilana, Butch Orson will go, and Charlie,
Yes?
good work. My door is always open. And then the trapdoor opens and he falls through.
Charlie, how do you feel about having made it so close?
You cut to Charlie in a wheelchair, his leg in one of those temporary splints. I gotta say, what a way to go. Just to be here and be with Chef Orson for this amount of time does make me feel like a winner. Of course, it would have been very much nice to work directly underneath him. But, you know, at the end of the day, I made a poor decision, and I think the right decision was made. Kilana very much deserves this, and I wish her every success. I really do. Thank you all. It's been a pleasure.
I feel like I just won the lottery, and I don't know what to do with all this money. I do know. I have an idea. I have an idea of what I would like to do with it. I've always had an idea, but it almost feels... I don't want to say I'm not surprised because I am surprised. That's not the right word. It almost feels, though, that everything is finally making sense and falling into place for me. Does that make sense? Even if it doesn't matter. This is. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm excited to cultivate this new relationship with Chef Orson. Not in a weird way. Can we cut that? Cut that from the... It's whatever. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Well, speaking of falling into place, while Charlie's efforts may have fell short, Kilana showed much tenacity, talent, and teamwork. It was ultimately Kilana's red velvet volcano chocolate cake that made me choose her as my sous chef and protege for my new flagship restaurant, Pandora's Oven. Kilana, are you ready to get to work?
Yes, Chef.
Good, because there is much to do.
This has been Yes Chef. Yes Chef features the vocal talents of Amanda Fernandez-Acosta as Kilana Golds, Anna Schooner as Eva Morelli, Michael Pisani as Charlie Twinkerton, Nicholas Benetatos as Butch Orson, and Nicholas Palazzo as Chef. The rest of the world is voiced by our BG, Giancarlo Herrera, with editing by Anna Schooner and sound design by Giancarlo Herrera. A special thank you to all the patrons for supporting this show. Mwah, that's a French kiss from all of us at Whimsic Productions. If you would like to support the show, consider signing up at patreon.com/Drimbus to get access to exclusive bonus content, free merch, and the chance to include items in the show or have NPCs named after you. There are quite a few this season. You may also consider leaving a review of Dungeons & Drimbus on the podcast app of your choice, or sharing us with your friends and on social media. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you all next week. Come in!
Morning, sir. Just giving you the update. Looks like Butch's place is on track to open later this week.
So, he actually went through with it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why don't we send someone out his way?
I'll get right on that, sir.